This is verse 19 of the 20th chapter of the Gospel of John. We have a little change of scene now. We've heard a description by John of the events that took place at the tomb, especially Mary Magdalene, who remains behind and, of course, has this initial meeting with Jesus and was sent on her way to inform the disciples of that. And now we are shifted really to the point where the disciples are gathered, and we have the description here. So ouseis, this is from eimi, I am. It's a participle. This is the present active participle. It's the feminine genitive singular. It's going along with opsios, which means evening. These two taken together in the genitive form what's called a genitive absolute, which means it's a kind of an independent clause, which is connected to the sentence. So we would say evening being would be the idea, the participle being. They're both in the genitive, hence the genitive absolute. So evening being, postpositive therefore, and then here's the dative of reference. So we have te, the dative singular. Feminine, going along with hemera for the word day. So with reference to the day, and then the demonstrative pronoun, that one, which really does give a little additional emphasis to it. So evening, it being evening, that's the idea with reference to that day, and then clarifying it even more. So we have once again the dative, te mia, the first, or the day, first sabbaton of the week, the word for week here. So this is the first genitive absolute phrase. So it's evening with reference to that day, the first of the week, and then another genitive absolute here, kai, the connective, ton thuron. This is the word for thura, door. This is the genitive plural. So again, a genitive absolute, the doors. Kekles menon, from kleo, to lock. This is a present participle, the genitive, going along with the neuter here, thuron. The doors being locked. It's a passive, so it's the first day of the week, it's the doors being locked, and then additionally, hupo, indeclinable adverb, where, ason, they were, and then hoi mathetai, where the disciples were. So we have two independent clauses here which are describing it. It's the first day of the week, the first day, the Sabbath day, or I should say the first day of the week. Sunday is what it turns out to be, and then it's a situation where the doors are locked, where the disciples are. The reason they're locked is dia, preposition takes the accusative here, means on account of. So on account of ton phobon, on account of fear, the fear, ton udaion, of the Jews. So that's the context, and then the actual sentence begins here. We have ho Jesus, Jesus, eilthein, from erchomai, I come or I go, third person singular, aorist active indicative. Jesus came, kai este, from histemi. It means to stand. This is the simple aorist, so it's the third person singular, aorist active indicative, and stood, ace, preposition, to meson, stood in the midst of them. Meson is a noun, so it's a noun meaning in the midst or the middle. So stood in the midst of the disciples, impliedly. Kai, the connective, lege, from lego I say, third person singular, present active indicative, and says autois. This is the indirect object, it's the dative, masculine, plural, and says to them, erene, peace, humen, to you, peace for you. So here we have Jesus. Sometimes people mistakenly think he walked through the door. It doesn't say that. We don't know what the mechanism is by which Jesus in his supernatural resurrected state was accessing this place, but certainly nothing here about walking through walls, that kind of thing. But he, one way or another, however it happened, appears in their midst, and there he is. And of course the drama now will unfold from there.